got an interesting lock here from RRLocksmith. It's taken me about 2 weeks to build up my nerve. Take a look at this keyway. Just totally paracentric, and I don't know if it comes out on the camera, but there's a little ledge sticking out right there. So you got double blockage of the pins. So I kind of have to force my way in off of this ledge right here and see if we can't pick it. And as far as getting into the bottom, none of my bottom of the keyway tensioners can squeeze past this first little ledge right here. So I'm going to have to try to take a trick from Wadok 2. I'm going to try to use this very thin serrated and try to go off the top. It does fit in there, so I'm thinking that's probably about our only option for this lock. Anyway, let's see if we can't get it clamped up and make this happen. See if I can squeeze this in there without... Well, before we do that, let me show you the key. It is a Winkhaus. I didn't know that until I opened up all the keys to send out the other locks that we picked, and then of course I got to take a look at this one. But I do not believe, I've looked down the side of there with a flashlight, I do not believe these side pins are active. I think they're totally passive. I have come across only one Winkhaus with active side pins, so I think that's just to limit the reproduction of the keys, I hope. But we're going to try to find out here. See if that will work. Okay, and I'm going to try to go in from the bottom with, this used to be a Euro profile 15 thousandths, but I think you can see there I filed it down with sandpaper to make it even thinner. That's the only way I think we can get this in there and get up onto that ledge to get to the back of this lock. Alright, here we go. A little bit of tension. I've picked many Winkhauses before. They always are tricky. They usually have some nasty pins in them, like serrated on the top or small on the top, like an inverted T-pin. Got this, the last pin, I believe that's pin 5. Got a little turn on the core there. And because you have to keep the tension so light and go around that corner, my luck with Winkhaus is, you see how I'm kind of bouncing on the pins? Just nudge them just a little bit. And sometimes your pick will go around that corner and ease one into place. You might get lucky, and that's what we're kind of hoping for here, quite honestly. These paracentric keyways, that's the biggest challenge of this Winkhaus. Is finding a pick that'll squeeze in there. I think if we had a straight shot at the pins, it wouldn't be that difficult of a pick. As far as I know, I've only got 2 pins picked, and I got nothing else. Seems like it's binding up. So what I'm going to do, sometimes it works when I lighten up on the tension and just kind of rake it a little bit, see if I can rake it back down. Maybe if we overset something and maybe get another shot at it. I hate to give up those 2 that I already got, but that may be the only thing we can do here. I feel like pin 3 got a little bit of counter rotation. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. I really wasn't sure I was on the warding or on the pin, but I think I'm on the pin. And we got a little clunk. Okay, I got a fault set going. A little bit of a fault set. This may not be deep enough of a hook. Okay, let me try a deeper hook on at least the pins on the front that I can reach. I felt like it was getting a little counter rotation. The trick's getting it under there. Getting it into that keyway. And I don't think it's going to go, guys. It just won't fit down inside of there. And that pick's stuck. Let's see if we can rake it back down. I got a feeling I overset somebody. I lost the false set. Okay, I think I've got pin 1 set. Maybe we can get that deeper hook back in there now. Maybe. Alright, now the trick's going to be getting him back out. And there we go. That pin 1 deep set, I think that's what needed that deep hook. Alright, there we go, the Winkhaus, and I think, fellas, we can get this open. Because I want to see what's inside of it. So, let's get to it. RRLocksmith obviously is a locksmith, so there's no telling what we're going to find. I don't know if these are going to be stock pins or something he's put inside of there. We're going to find out. You know, I do have a C-clip remover around here somewhere, but I use it so infrequently. It's buried in the bench, and I don't know where to begin to look. Come on. I don't think he ever intended this to come off of there. That is permanent. Alright, we need a more powerful tool. Maybe we can hold him from both sides, push him off. There we go. Whew, man, that's tougher than the lock. Okay, we do have a key. We need some followers. That will be that size. Let me turn that so we don't let anything fall inside of that crack. And okay, the pins are going to come out on that side. So let's try this. That follower's not quite fitting down inside of there. And I think this one's probably too small, but we're committed. Okay, there are ball bearings inside of there for key control. Let me see if they're in the other side. And they are. They're on the other side as well. Alright, there's 2 of them that just fallen out. And here's what they look like, guys, if you've never seen them before. Look like little rivets. And there's a brass one that fell out, but we're not worried about those too much. And it's a good thing since they're falling everywhere. Okay, we got all standards on the bottom. And all these little side pins. And let's see what we got up inside of here. Let's see what RRLocksmith has done to us. Okay, we got a standard steel pin, so anti-drill measure. Another standard. A spool. I don't see anything super tricky yet, guys. another standard. Oop. This is not very exciting, is it? And good Lord, I have no idea what to make of that. What an awesome, oops, what an awesome looking pin. It must have been in, it popped out before I could see it. It must have been in like this. I would hate to think that it was in like that, but I honestly, fellas, I can't say how that was in there. If it was in like that, that might explain why the last one had to be picked so many times. And it wouldn't make sense to make a pin like this if you're going to put it in like a standard. It wouldn't have any battle to it. So it almost surely was in that way. But again, I can't confirm that. I didn't see it before it popped. Anyway, sorry about that. This has multiple ledges on it too. Let me grab that and give you a close-up. It probably wasn't. And then where you got two ledges to fight against here. So it's going to flop around inside of that, inside the shear line, giving you a pretty good fault set, but that little shaft on the end there will prevent it from turning. What a neat looking pin. That's the only magic inside of here. We only had one spool, 3 standards, and this weird looking, this oddity that I'm sure RRLocksmith had something to do with that. Anyway, there you go, fellas. The Winkhaus with the passive side pins, and they all fell out over here on the left side. Let me take a look at the core real quick to see if RRLocksmith did anything to it. It doesn't look like he did any threading or anything like that. Anyway, there you go, fellas. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. RRLocksmith, thank you, sir, for the lock. Appreciate it.